Thyroid sluggish? Ignited with these underrated tweaks. Imagine waking up every morning with energy that lasts. No more dragging through the day, no more unexplained weight creeping on despite your best efforts, no more feeling cold when everyone else is fine. What if I told you that millions are suffering silently because their thyroid, that tiny butterfly-shaped gland in your neck, is underperforming and the fix is simpler than you think? Hi, I'm Dr. Elias Sight, your guide on Wellness Waves. Today, in episode 13, we're diving deep into balancing your thyroid for peak metabolism. Stick with me, this could be the game changer you've been waiting for. Let's ignite that fire inside you. Welcome back to Wellness Waves, where we ride the waves of health, fitness, and holistic well-being. Science-backed, story-driven, and straight to the point. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and the bell. We're dropping expert tips weekly to optimize your mind, body, and spirit. Today, balancing thyroid for peak metabolism. The sequence that changes everything. Insulin down, thyroid up. We'll cover testing in detail, root causes you might not suspect, the full sequence of fixes from basics to advanced, nutrients and supplements with exact how-tos, medications when they're truly needed, lifestyle shifts that make all the difference, and even some listener-inspired scenarios to tie it all together. This isn't fluff. It's the comprehensive roadmap to solve fatigue, brain fog, stubborn weight, low energy, and more. I've seen it transform lives in my practice and through countless patient stories. We're going long today to give you every tool you need, so grab a notebook, settle in, and let's get into it. Let's kick this off by shining a light on the problems so many doctors overlook or dismiss too quickly. Your thyroid gland, that small but mighty powerhouse sitting right at the base of your neck, is responsible for producing key hormones, primarily T4, thyroxine, and the more active T3, triiodothyronine. These hormones act like the master regulators for every single cell in your body, dictating how fast or slow your metabolism runs. It's essentially your internal thermostat, controlling energy production, body temperature, heart rate, digestion, and even mood stability. When it's functioning optimally, you feel vibrant, focused, and in control. But when it's sluggish, a condition known as hypothyroidism, everything slows down and your whole system pays the price. Now, the stats are eye-opening. According to the American Thyroid Association, up to 20 million Americans are dealing with some form of thyroid dysfunction. But here's the kicker. Experts estimate that a staggering 60% of cases go undiagnosed or misdiagnosed. Why does this happen? Because the symptoms don't scream emergency, they sneak up on you gradually, mimicking other common issues like stress or aging. Let's break them down one by one so you can self-assess as we go. First, chronic fatigue. Not just tiredness after a long day, but that bone-deep exhaustion where even a full night's sleep leaves you dragging. You might need multiple cups of coffee just to function, yet by afternoon, you're crashing hard. Second, unexplained weight gain or the inability to lose weight no matter how clean you eat or how much you exercise. Your metabolism is essentially in low gear, burning fewer calories at rest, sometimes 200 to 300 fewer per day than it should. Third, always feeling cold, especially in your hands and feet, even when the room is warm. Fourth, skin and hair changes, dry, flaky skin that no lotion seems to fix, brittle nails and hair thinning or falling out more than usual. Fifth, digestive woes like constipation or bloating that persist despite fiber intake. Sixth, brain fog, that frustrating mental sluggishness where focus slips, memory falters, and simple tasks feel overwhelming. Seventh, mood dips, irritability, low motivation, or even mild depression that doesn't lift easily. And finally, muscle aches, joint pain, or weakness that make workouts feel punishing. If any of this resonates, you're not alone. In my practice over the past 2 decades, I've heard variations of this story hundreds of times. Take Lisa, a 45-year-old teacher who came to me saying, "Dr. Sight, I feel like I'm 65. I'm gaining weight on salads, my hair is thinning, and I can barely keep up with my kids." Her standard blood work showed normal levels, but we dug deeper and uncovered the thyroid imbalance that was robbing her of her vitality. Or consider Mark, a 50-year-old executive. My energy tanks by 2 p.m. and workouts that used to energize me now leave me sore for days. These aren't rare cases. They're the norm for undiagnosed thyroid issues, which hit women 8 times more often than men, especially post-pregnancy or during perimenopause. But why the underdiagnosis? The go-to test, TSH, has a normal range of 4.5 to 0.5 mu per L, but that's too broad. Many feel symptoms at levels above 2.5. Plus, it doesn't catch conversion problems where T4 isn't turning into usable T3 effectively. Studies from the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism show that low T3 levels can slash your resting metabolic rate by 30 to 50%, leading to that stubborn cycle of fatigue and weight struggles. And autoimmune conditions like Hashimoto's thyroiditis, where your body attacks the gland, account for 90% of hypothyroidism in the US, yet they're often missed without specific antibody tests. The proof is in the numbers. A large-scale review in The Lancet found that untreated hypothyroidism increases heart disease risk by 20 to 30%, raises cholesterol, and even links to infertility issues. But don't worry, awareness is the first step, and today we're arming you with the tools to advocate for yourself. The good news? Once identified, balancing this can flip the script entirely, restoring energy, shedding weight, and reclaiming your life. Let's move to the practical side, how to get the right diagnosis. All right, step 1 in our sequence, arm yourself with the right tests. This is where empowerment begins. Don't accept a quick "you're fine" from a basic checkup. Demand a full panel because knowledge is your ticket out of the fog. Here's the comprehensive list you need. Start with TSH, but pair it with free T4, measures unbound hormone available for use, and free T3, the active form that powers your cells. Why all three? TSH tells if your pituitary is signaling the thyroid to work harder, but free T3 reveals if the hormones are actually doing their job. Next, check reverse T3. This inactive form can build up and block active T3 receptors, often due to chronic stress or inflammation. High levels are like having the gas pedal stuck while the brakes are on. Next, thyroid antibodies, TPO, thyroid peroxidase, and TG antibodies. Elevated? That's a red flag for autoimmune attack, catching Hashimoto's early before irreversible damage. Don't stop there. Test supporting nutrients because deficiencies are massive culprits. Selenium, aimed for 55 to 200 micrograms daily needs. Zinc, 8 to 11 milligrams for women, 11 to 15 for men. Vitamin D, optimal 40 to 60 nanograms per ml, B12 above 400 picograms per ml, and iron or ferritin above 50 nanograms for women, 100 for men. Low iron alone can impair thyroid hormone synthesis by 20 to 30%. And for a fuller picture, consider cortisol, stress hormone, and fasting insulin to spot ties to resistance. How to make this happen? Print this exact list. I'll link a downloadable PDF in the description and take it to your doctor or endocrinologist. If they resist, find one who will. Functional medicine practitioners often go deeper. At-home kits from companies like Everlywell or Let's Get Checked can start the process for under $150. Retest every 6 to 8 weeks to track progress and keep a symptom journal. Note energy levels, weight, mood on a 1 to 10 scale. Common pitfalls? Testing at the wrong time. Do it fasting, early morning when TSH is highest. Avoid biotin supplements 48 hours prior as they skew results, and interpret wisely. Normal isn't optimal. For example, free T3 should be in the upper third of the range for peak metabolism. Real proof in action? One of my patients, a 35-year-old runner named Alex, had normal TSH at 3.2, but free T3 at the low end. We added nutrient tests, found low selenium and zinc, addressed them, and his half-marathon times dropped by 10 minutes with energy to spare. Studies back this. A 2022 meta-analysis in Nutrients showed comprehensive testing catches 40% more cases than TSH alone, leading to faster symptom relief. This step alone solves the mystery illness for so many, giving you clarity and a starting point for fixes.
Now, let's uncover the underrated connection that ties everything together, the insulin-thyroid interplay. This is the sequence fix that supercharges results. Lower insulin resistance first and watch your thyroid respond. Here's why it matters. Hypothyroidism naturally slows your metabolism, making cells less responsive to insulin, the hormone that shuttles glucose into cells for energy. This leads to insulin resistance, or IR, where your body pumps out more insulin to compensate, promoting fat storage, inflammation, and further metabolic drag. But it's a two-way street. High insulin impairs the liver and gut's ability to convert T4 into active T3, creating a vicious cycle. Research from the Endocrine Society shows that people with hypothyroidism are 50% more likely to have IR, and vice versa. Untreated, it can worsen symptoms like weight gain by 15 to 20%. The solution? Break the cycle by tackling IR head-on. Start with dietary tweaks. Reduce processed carbs and sugars to under 100 g per day. Think ditching sodas, cereals, and white bread for whole foods. Eat protein and fiber first in every meal to blunt blood sugar spikes. For example, start breakfast with eggs and spinach before adding berries. Add healthy fats like avocado or nuts to sustain energy. Practical meal ideas. Lunch could be grilled chicken salad with quinoa, olive oil dressing, and veggies. Dinner, salmon, broccoli, and sweet potato. Snacks, Greek yogurt with chia seeds. Movement is key too. 20 to 30-minute walks after meals lower post-meal glucose by 20 to 30% per diabetes care studies. Incorporate strength training 2 to 3 times a week to build muscle, which burns more calories at rest. Track your progress with a simple fasting insulin test, ideal under 10 microunits per milliliter, or HOMA-IR score under 2. Meet Sarah, 38, a busy mom who couldn't shake 25 extra pounds. Her labs showed mild hypothyroidism and elevated insulin at 15 microunits per milliliter. We implemented protein-first meals, cut hidden sugars like in healthy yogurts, and added daily walks. 3 months later, insulin down to 8, T3 up 18%, and she dropped 18 pounds effortlessly. Her words, "I have energy for playtime with the kids now. It's life-changing." Another example? Tom, 55, with pre-diabetes and thyroid fog. Switching to low glycemic eating boosted his metabolism test results by 250 calories daily burn daily. Proof from science? A 2021 study in Thyroid Journal found that resolving IR through diet and exercise improved thyroid function in 70% of participants without increasing meds. This link is your leverage. Address it and the rest falls into place easier. With testing and the insulin sequence underway, let's fuel your thyroid with the nutrients it craves. These aren't optional. They're the raw materials for hormone production, conversion, and protection. Deficiencies are rampant due to soil depletion, stress, and poor diets, but fixing them delivers massive wins. Let's go through the top players in detail with why, how much, sources, and implementation tips. First up, selenium, the conversion king. It helps turn T4 into T3 and reduces oxidative stress on the gland. Daily need, 200 micrograms. Foods, just 2 to 3 Brazil nuts pack 100 to 200 micrograms. Easy win. If nuts aren't your thing, tuna or turkey. Supplement if low. I recommend selenomethionine form for best absorption. One I trust, link in descript, combines it with vitamin E for synergy. Studies? A 2019 review in Frontiers in Endocrinology showed selenium supplementation cut thyroid antibodies by 50% in Hashimoto's patients over 6 months. Next, zinc, essential for T3 receptor binding and immune balance, 15 to 30 milligrams daily. Sources? Oysters, 74 milligrams in 3 ounces. Beef, pumpkin seeds, toast them for crunch. Pair with copper, 2-to-1 ratio to avoid imbalance. Low zinc? Expect slower metabolism. Fixing it can boost T3 by 15%. Iodine, the thyroid's building block, but caution, 150 micrograms daily, not more if autoimmune. Excess triggers flares. Seaweed, fish, dairy, or iodized salt. Test urinary iodine if unsure. A WHO report links mild deficiency to 10 to 20% thyroid enlargement worldwide. Vitamin D. Low levels double hypothyroidism risk per Mayo Clinic data. Aim 2,000 to 5,000 IU if deficient. Test to confirm. Sun exposure 15 minutes daily, plus fatty fish or fortified milk. Supplement tip: D3 with K2 for bone health. B vitamins, especially B12 and folate, power energy pathways and methylation for detox. 400 to 1,000 micrograms B12 if vegan. Eggs, greens, liver. Tyrosine, an amino acid, pairs perfectly. 500 to 1,000 milligrams from chicken or supplements. Iron or ferritin, critical for oxygen transport to the thyroid. Women often low due to periods. Aim ferritin 70 nanograms per milliliter plus. Red meat, lentils with vitamin C for absorption. Avoid coffee or tea with meals. Implementation: start with a nutrient-dense meal plan. Breakfast: smoothie with spinach, berries, Brazil nuts, yogurt. Lunch: salmon salad with quinoa, olive oil dressing, and veggies. Dinner: salmon, broccoli, and sweet potato. Snacks: Greek yogurt with chia seeds. A patient, Emily, 40, had thinning hair and fatigue. Tests showed low selenium and D. After 3 months on targeted foods and sups, her T3 rose 25%, hair regrew, and she ran her first 5K. Science agrees. Nutrients Journal meta-analysis. Optimizing these boosts thyroid output 20 to 40% in deficient folks. Nutrients set the foundation, but lifestyle ignites the flame. These daily habits amplify everything else, turning good results into great ones. First, manage stress, the ultimate thyroid thief. Chronic cortisol from work, life, or overexercise blocks T3 conversion. Solution: 10 to 15 minutes daily meditation via apps like Headspace or gentle yoga. Deep breathing. Inhale 4, hold 4, exhale 4. One study in psychoneuroendocrinology, regular mindfulness lowered TSH by 20% in stressed individuals. Sleep: 7 to 9 hours nightly in a cool, dark room. No screens 1 hour before bed. Blue light spikes cortisol. Pro tip: magnesium glycinate 300 milligrams pre-bed for relaxation. Poor sleep raises reverse T3 by 15 to 25%. Exercise smart. 150 minutes moderate cardio, brisk walks or swimming, plus 2 to 3 sessions of strength training weekly. HIIT 1 to 2 times for metabolism boost, but cap at 20 minutes to avoid burnout. A JAMA study, balanced exercise increased metabolic rate 15 to 25% in thyroid patients. Avoid disruptors. Ditch plastics. BPA mimics estrogen, harming thyroid. Fluoride in water filters help. And boitrogens in raw cruciferous veggies. Cook them to neutralize. Limit soy if sensitive.
Underrated tweaks. Cold exposure. 30-second cold shower ends stimulate brown fat and thyroid activity, per Nature Medicine. Meal timing. Eat within a 10 to 12-hour window. Last meal 3 hours before bed. Protein at every meal stabilizes blood sugar. Story time. Rachel, 42, juggled job and family with constant stress. We added yoga and sleep hygiene. Her cortisol normalized, symptoms halved in 2 months. I sleep like a baby and wake ready, she shared. These shifts compound, making meds more effective or even reducing need. When natural approaches aren't enough, say TSH over 5 or severe symptoms, medications step in. Levothyroxine, Synthroid, replaces T4. Start low, 25 to 50 mcgs, adjust based on labs and symptoms every 6 weeks. Natural options like Armor, desiccated porcine thyroid, include T3 and T4 for better conversion in some. Take on empty stomach, 30 to 60 minutes before food, away from calcium or iron. Advanced. Heal the gut. 70% of T4 to T3 conversion happens there. Probiotics,
lactobacillus strains, and bone broth for leaky gut. Intermittent fasting, 12 to 16 hours if IR persists, but ease in. Monitor with apps for hunger cues. A thyroid research study. Gut optimization improved hormone levels 30% in autoimmune cases. Pause and envision it. Waking energized, tackling days with focus, fitting into favorite clothes, feeling warm and alive. Patients shift from surviving to thriving. You will too with these steps. Let's make this yours. Scenario 1. You're postpartum with fatigue. Focus on antibodies test, gentle exercise, B vitamins. Q. What if meds make me jittery? A. Dose too high. Retest T3, add lifestyle calmers. Scenario 2. Menopausal weight creep. Insulin focus plus DHEA check. Q. Vegan thyroid fixes? A. Algae iodine, plant proteins, B12 sups. Drop your scenarios in comments. I'll cover in future EPs. Time to act. My Top Rex, affiliates in the description. Selenium Zinc Combo, Full Thyroid Bundle, Iodine Optional. Code WAVES10 saves 10%. These fuel real change, worth every penny in vitality gained. We've covered the full path to thyroid balance and metabolism turbocharge. Insulin down, thyroid up. Live it. Next, cortisol mastery. Comment your biggest takeaway or symptom. Cold hands? Brain fog? Top ones get shouts in replies. Like, subscribe, share this lifeline. Wellness Waves, your wave to peak health. Stay ignited.